Hey everybody, it's Andy's Free Guitar Chart Videos here. Welcome to my Facebook group friends and my YouTube subscribers, and anyone who's found this video. Please like and subscribe and follow the instructions below to access the Andy's Free Guitar Chart Videos Facebook group on Facebook, where you can view the charts and in pretty good resolution, zoom in on them a little bit, and also the at resolution 720 you could view the videos all in one coherent video. So that's about where we're at today with explaining things. I want to show you something here. So if we go to the Facebook group, let's say, let me pull that up. Okay, so here I've accessed Andy's Free Guitar Charts videos, and I've clicked on the post for today's chart, of which we're doing the lesson right now, and here's the comments that I've made about it. But I kind of immortalized those comments in this box here on the chart, on chart comments. Okay, let me just fix something here. Well, I don't want to I don't want to look like a cuphead, although I am. That kind of cuphead. So basically what I want to show you is on the Facebook page, once you click on the chart, okay, you get this magnifying glass on Facebook, and you can zoom in pretty good and just kind of, you know, look around the charts like that on Facebook. So that's one of the benefits of Facebook, is you get static control over the charts. But now look at this. Can you read that? I can't. So let's see what happens. So I'm going to close the browser out completely, and I'm going to show you how the chart resolution is much greater, but the chart resolution is fairly good on the Facebook. You can read my larger notes here. Cage for the keys of C position uses a capo on 5, 6, root, and 2, and C uses a fretnut, that kind of thing. Just commenting on how the cage positions are really inversions of a pentatonic scale, where you would have in the C position 3, 5, 6, root 2, and the A position you'd have 5, 6, root 2, 3, and then in the G position you'd have 6, root 2, 3, 4, and in the E position you have root 2, 3, 4, 5, which is the pentatonic scale, and then in the D position 2, 3, 5, 6, root. So the cage positions, pentatonic scales in the cage position, are really inversions, the 4 inversions plus the root, but the root scale actually is the E position, so it doesn't spell caged, it starts on the E. And long story short, I'm going to close the browser here. I'm going to show you the resolution that we get right here on this note here that I've made. So as you can see, the resolution on the real charts, the 10 meg charts, I call them 10 meg charts, right? They're like really 128 by 58 inches, or centimeters, I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure it's inches. So we can zoom in on this and read it on my charts that we do for the class, and let's talk about this. So chart 417, modal caged triads played from the half positions. We're going to start the subject of the lessons. I just wanted to show you about how you access the Facebook page now. Is you have to take the group number and put it with the general Facebook group URL, and you have to put them together and then hit return, and you'll access the group. Okay, so let's get into today's lesson. Alright, and today's lesson is about the modal CAGED triads played from half positions. Okay, what are half positions? They're exactly what they are, except it's important to understand that when we have a position, we're going to be pretty much looking at the half of it that's to the right. So when we're playing, say we're playing 1, 4, 5. All right, so your guitar is tuned to this E here, this low E. There's B. There's the high E. So let's say we're doing an E position. The fourth of E is the A position. The fifth of E in caged, it doesn't go to the B. It goes to the C position, because now we're using the word caged as a backwards pentatonic scale, C, A, G, E, D, and each note in the key of C is equal to a position of a chord that we play, and that chord also is part of a pentatonic scale. We're going to be using that concept today. It's kind of a review session, but there's new approaches to it, kind of. So when we play this E position here, we go to A. We want to go to the C position. Well, if we play that way up here, okay, it's a little too far up, even though I have a cut into the guitar. It's a little too far up for me to play that E-shaped B. It would go. There's that C shape, but we only get the part of that half position that is on the right hand side, or the outer notes of it. So we get this down here. And there's our little E shape, second inversion, root 3/5 on that B. So that's the half position we're talking about. The other half is below the fretnut, or a third of it. So I call them half positions, but really it's a 2/3 position with 1 fret sunken. Okay, so it's top 2/3, outer 2/3, but we'll call it half position. Down here we can't play this unless this wasn't here, and then we could play it, right? So we'd have, see the full position, but the half position is just like this. So how are we going to play it? That's what I'm talking about with that half of the position. Now, the modal position triad arpeggios are great for the CAGED Tri-Pentatonic cages, 1, 4, 5. The modal position triad arpeggios. I was just explaining that when we don't have the fretnut or the capo there, and we have plenty of fretboard, the positions are great. Okay, here's it in F. Okay, and you can do the relative minor of that C position, but you could probably get that. You can also get that relative minor of the C position that has a sunken bottom, inner third. You can get that if you move that A minor position down a little bit. You're going to get that pretty much. Once you move it down like this, you want to bring this A over here, but you got the bar here now, so you're going to bring it right down into the bar like that. Okay, so we're going to talk about that in the A minor position and in the D minor position too. So we'll mention that. So let me just read through this for you. I want to show you, because I know some of you aren't going to Facebook and you're not catching the comments, and you're not even reading, the comments down below, and I know they're static and there's a lot of, not red tape, I'd call it, just fine print, that's not exciting. So, I'm carbon freezing